Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Dom and we're here to talk about unusual options activity. Alright, let's kick it off with the disclaimer. So, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The statements made in this programming are solely the opinion of the show and are not a specific inducement to make an investment. One must perform their own due diligence and realize all investments carry risk. There's no guarantee of profit. Okay, so first one I want to bring up today is NVDA. Now, I brought this one up on my Twitter. For those of you who don't follow me over on Twitter. Check me out at OptionGuru100. I posted about this one, I think, last Friday, and I should have brought it up on the channel. I did not, but NVIDIA calls. Now, this stock has been going on a tear recently, and as you can see here, they're still stepping in, and they're still buying calls here. An absurd amount of calls traded for this week expiration. There's even November 12th expiration calls hitting. Looks like there's some good buying at the 270 strike. And they're even coming in and buying some of these 290 calls for November 19th. Now, they have, I think NVIDIA has earnings. Let's see here. They have earnings on the 17th. So some of these calls capture earnings. Some of these calls do not capture earnings. But as we take a look at the chart here, I have a pretty substantial stock position in NVIDIA, probably about 15 to 20% of my whole portfolio, which is a substantial part of your portfolio to have one stock in. So I've been considering trimming it even just because of how much this thing has ran up here pretty much by every single momentum indicator. This thing is getting really overbought here. So I'm actually getting kind of a little bit nervous here in this position. I'm not really sure what to do with it, but as long as they keep buying calls, you know, if this stock makes it to 300, I will probably take most of the position off and look to re-enter at a lower price. They've been buying the 300 calls before, the 290 calls, as we just saw. So this stock has been on an absolute freaking tear. And I think it's mostly because of the metaverse commentary, and NVIDIA makes pretty much the whole platform and chips for the metaverse to run on, and they're one of the only companies that does that. So looking, 2-3 years down the road, I think NVIDIA is going to be much higher, but in the short term, it's getting really overbought here. So I would even consider taking some of my position off here. All right, next one I want to talk about is CHGG. Now, I have a position in these November 19th calls here, the 40 strike calls. As you can see here, there's a lot of volume, open interest of about 0 because this stock was down 50% today. Might have been one of the worst earnings reports of the quarter, maybe of the whole year, but the stock reflects that. The stock was down 50% today. That is a humongous washout. If you look at the stock chart here, the stock hit about 115. Now it's down to 30. So that is just crazy. That's a huge washout. This thing is extremely oversold. So I'm looking to play this thing for a quick bounce tomorrow, maybe even on through the next day here, just from an extreme oversold condition. This thing is down about 70% from its highs. It was a pretty it actually wasn't too bad of a third quarter earnings report, but the outlook was pretty bad. But I don't think the stock deserves to be down 50% today. That is just a little ridiculous in my opinion. So I put on some option positions, and I also bought a little bit of the stock here because the implied volatilities are pretty high. I didn't want to just load up into the options here. But we're in these calls and we're in the stock, and we will see what happens. So thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. I really appreciate all the subscribes lately. Thanks for showing all the love. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Thanks for all the comments and everything, all the likes on Twitter, all the comments on YouTube. Keep it coming, everyone, and let's keep making some money. We'll see you in the next one.